All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's neutral strategy. So let's go over what happened so far. So this week's neutral strategy was really straightforward. We kept the neutral where it was, and we came into the week, if you watched the video, just saying, hey, as long as you're above this level, look to go long into this level, and as long as this level holds, then look to go long into this level and so forth. Those levels worked really, really well. For this week. Now my concentration is going to be creating an entire new chart. I'm trying to think. I do not believe that I took a trade off of SPY and QQQ this week. It was a really exciting week. I made an all-time high in my portfolio. I think, not feeling good, being a little stressed out because I wanted to be in Sarasota and those type of things just kind of maybe were weighing on me. My concentration wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be, but I also was really happy with the way things were going this week, especially with Tesla. So, yeah, so I would have to go back and look at my ledgers, but I honestly do not think that I traded based off of the neutral strategy this week. So if you guys did and you did well or you didn't do well, let me know. That would be awesome. So let's go ahead and get this started really quickly. I'm most likely going to go into a daily because we don't have supply above. I just need to find where our demand zones are. Okay. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So let's go to a daily. And you can see right off the bat, like we have this structure in here. We can see a big move out of here. Same thing, big moves to the upside. We have structure here. So this should be fairly, I don't know. I don't know if this one's going to be easy. So I record this while I'm doing it. I'm sure many of you just want to see the last result, of the charts, and I get it. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and record while I'm doing this. So we'll keep the 611 because we haven't hit that target. Going to take this off, take these off. And we hit none of these to the downside on SPY. We hit them on the Qs. Need to take that off. Just move this over here. And the first thing I'm going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to use the last 6 days for Fibonacci. And you can see that the structure here on the NASDAQ, the inside and up, comes right in at around the 23.6. We know that's a major level. We would expect buyers to show up there. And I am going to take this. I'm going to go just about, this is interesting. When we're at all-time highs, and I've done this plenty of times, I don't really have like a level that I want to put this at. If you want, you just kind of go, you eye it, you just go a little bit above. But what you could do is bring a Fibonacci extension into the play and go from the daily and just measure that and go, okay, I'm going to use the 23.6, which is here, okay? And that's going to be that level. And then see how we have the trendy edge right here? It's yellow. We're going to take this and place it here. And I want these aligned, so about right there. And that's going to be my neutral. So I'm going to pull this up here. And it's pretty thin. It's only going to be $3. Okay. And I'm going to come down just a tad underneath the trendy edge right there. Give it a little bit of breathing room. There we go. And then we are going to use 23.6, which is 521. Use this level here, which is the 38.2. And then I'm going to use the 618 because we know like the 6 days is still in an uptrend unless we break the 618. So even though the 50 is important, if you want, guys, you could put a 515 level there. I'm just going to do this for the sake of keeping it pretty clean. So I'm going to take that off. Take this one off. It's going to be our levels. So 1, 2, 3 to the downside. We still have this 531 up here. Let's do this. I'm going to take the 6 days. Since we're measuring 6 days, I'm going to use this as the Fibonacci extension. I'm going to come just a little underneath the 23.6. I'm going to come up here to the 50. It's so extended. I would be shocked if we just blow through all of this. I really think that this week we maybe see a little bit of pop and then drop. Again, keep my stupid opinions out of it, and you guys concentrate on price. And we'll use the 38.2 here. All right, so the 531 is quite some distance away from 527. You know, $4. That's kind of far, but not really on the Qs. If you want to bring this in a little bit, let me test something out here. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go with the gap. Yeah, we're gonna bring this down a little bit. I don't feel comfortable being that far up. We're gonna bring this one down too, and I'm just gonna kind of cut it between 618 right there. All right, so 530, 533, 537. That looks good. And then here, we got those. So we're just concentrating on the Qs right now. Let's take this to a 4 hour. All right, let's see if we can tighten these up a little bit. Here is an inside and up formation. I'm going to come up to the top of that wick, which is right there. So basically what I'm doing is using the inside and up formation. I'll come up just a tad right there. Then the bottom of that is at 520. And then see all this right here? I'm going to bring this up to this wick. And the reason why the top of this zone comes in about, even though the zone's about that big, I want the top of the zone, okay? If things were to get really ugly, I'm going to go ahead and just put the trendy edges down here because we have the double stack with 2 different time frame edges. So I'm going to put that one down there. Let's take this off. And that's what the neutral looks like for right now. Let's just go to a 2 hour and see if we can tighten anything up. I think that's good. It's possible that this zone works and that we never drop below 520 this week. Just know that. When I get, you know, we have an overall bullish banners, you know, I tend to think that around T2, target 2s will hold. So for my iron condor traders, you know, I would be concentrating on this level to hold this week. And then to the upside, no more than 537. And again, this is within the ATR, so we could blow through 537. Again, I'm using more of a gut instinct here in saying that it feels a little overextended. Saying that, you'll notice here on the small time frames, is not extended. And this is the part where you kind of get ahead of the crowd where everybody else is saying it's extended in the market. And I agree on the higher time frame, but from a 4 hour, a 2 hour, or 3 hour, it looks beautiful. So, you know, the thought here is that even tonight we could see a little bit of a gap up. And if we do, this will shoot up and we'll have support right here on the neutral, which means going into this week, as long as the neutral holds, you know, you stay bullish. And if we break down here, then you take quick profits to the downside, and so forth. But I like this blueprint, so let's keep that there. On the daily, let's do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and measure there. I'm actually going to use the high right here. Just go a little bit above it. And I'm going, instead of using the trendy edge, because that's just way too tight, I'm actually going to use the 23.6, so a little bit different than the Qs. So right here, we're going to use that. We know that's the bullish channel below there. Let's go ahead and use these levels. Not use the 50, I'm going to use the 618. And then I'll use the 88.7. Let's take that off for right now. This is still pretty tight. It's about $3, actually a little bit less than that. We'll keep that 611. Let's just line it up. Wait, Control Z, 611. And this is where, if you listen to my broad market analysis, you'll know that I had some targets on the trading view quarterly chart that I went over this morning. If I can find it. And let's go over, not there. Where are we? Right there. Let's go to SPY. Let's look at our notes really quick. All right, 610.70, 614, and 620. Let's bring this in just so that we can be confluent over there. And 620. Oops. Now these are too far away, in my opinion. So we'll fix this here in a minute. But I just want to put them on there. All right, so we got that. Let's do the gap. And we're going to come up here and use the 618. Let's go with these three right there. All right, so 610, 612, 614. I like it. Now let's go ahead and drop that daily into the 4 hour. Let's see if we can tighten some stuff up or fix a couple things. There is an inside and up formation here. Gonna come up right there. One thing I noticed right away is on this inside and up formation, it was tested, which is a bullish note, and that's why we continue to push up here. This is also an inside and up formation. Let's just see. Yeah, we're going to keep this here. I might have to pull this up. We're going to pull that one up. All right, right there. And yep. Okay. These are close. I'm going to pull this one down. I'm actually going to pull this down. No. Yep, it's been tested, so I'm going to come down. All right, so it's right there. Good. 609.15. This one doesn't have to be the same. We're going to come up just a tad. Right there. Go 2 hour. This is tested. This was tested. Man, this is a very bullish market, I have to be honest with you. So same thing over on this. I think, at the end of the day, I think in here we hold, but I don't see us getting over this. Just because, again, feels super extended, but again, let price lead the way. So yeah, I like that. All right, so again, major levels, kind of like that. So if you're looking at selling iron condors, these are the levels that I like to hold, by the close of Friday. Okay, we do have some major events coming in, CPI, PPI towards Wednesday, Thursday. So I think, from there, that's the most volatility that I can see as far as like a calendar that I could read. But just know anything can happen. But these are the levels that we want to trade off of this week. And hopefully, because I got to trade the first 4 weeks, I did not trade this last one. Hopefully I'll pay attention here and get a trade in this week. 522, that's about $2. That's not bad. All right, we're going to leave these. I'm going to put this chart in the room. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you're enjoying this. And if you are using this, I'd love your feedback to see how you've been doing. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.